victory over the Philadelphia 76ers, albeit without Joel Embiid. We're going to talk about it, break it all down, have some fun. But first, got to play that winning intro.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host here, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the content, and we got to talk about a Bulls dub as the Chicago Bulls get a win over the Philadelphia 76ers. They were without Joel Embiid, but hey, as we know with this Bulls team, they still have lost the teams, missing some of their biggest pieces. And they kept this game more interesting longer than I would have liked to see them do it. The Chicago Bulls did win every single quarter, though, in this game. And that's the important part, is that they got the dub. When you look at the performance today, we were led by DeMar DeRozan with 24 points today, going 9 of 17 shooting, 6 rebounds, 4 assists in this game. And then Coby White right behind him with 20 points, going 7 of 15 from the field, 1 for 5 from three-point range. Coby White's just not as hot anymore from three-point range. But like I've said, Coby White still finding ways to impact the game, penetrating early in this game, getting to the rim, finishing with floaters. He still found a way to get his shots off. 20 points in this game from Coby White, 8 rebounds, 2 assists in this game from Coby White. Really good to see that. Alex Cruz also chips in 14 points. Drum gets 15 points and 23 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. Andre Drummond, as I said, coming into this game with Joel Embiid out, this is really the type of game that Andre Drummond can really make his presence felt even more on, and everything that we needed him to bring, he brought full force in this game. And then Patrick Williams as well. Every starter in double figures. Patrick Williams goes 6 of 11 in this game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists in this game, and also 13 points to chip in there. And then Ayo Dosunmu with 6 points off the bench, and Terry Taylor, the other leading scorer off the bench, also with 6 points. Only 17 total points off the bench in this game. Keep in mind, the Philadelphia 76ers scored more than that off the bench in just the first half in this game, but the Bulls were able to still get the victory out. That's the most important part of it all. When you look at the things, the nitty-gritty stats, as I like to call them, the Chicago Bulls won the rebounding battle 53-36 in this game. That's hugely important for the Chicago Bulls. We didn't win the second chance points battle, though, even though we both teams had 12 offensive rebounds. But second chance points, 20 in favor of the Philadelphia 76ers in this game. The Bulls had 17. Fast break points, the Philadelphia 76ers also won that with 15 fast break points. But then other than that, bench points, they had 26 to our 19. We just talked a little bit about that. Points off turnovers, though, the Chicago Bulls, they lost that battle as well, 18-13, and still won this game, and it came down to their shooting. We shot the ball overall in this game 50% from the field, going 40 of 79, whereas the Philadelphia 76ers only shot 39% overall from the field. They only went 9 of 38 from three-point range as well for 23%. We didn't do much better. We went 7 of 25 for 28%, but we won that battle as well. So also the Bulls had 16 turnovers in this game. The Philadelphia 76ers only had 7. I don't know if I've seen a game where the Bulls had that discrepancy of turnovers and still were able to win the game, but they did, and that's really all that matters in the case like this. But hey, the Bulls don't play again till after the new year. They play on the 2nd again against this team. They actually play in Philly, so we'll be seeing if Joel Embiid is available in that game. They're definitely going to be looking out for revenge now. But when it comes down to it, Chicago Bulls got the dub. They got the victory. That is the most important thing in all of this. We need to keep stacking those wins. The Bulls now move to 3 games below 500 as well. I'm sorry, 4 games below 500. We are 15-19 now on the season. So, whatever, take that for wherever you will. Bulls still got work to do. No, there was some initial hope and some signs that maybe the Bulls could have gotten to 500 by the end of the 2023 year. That's not going to happen. But listen, the Bulls are still winning a lot of games at a high rate. 10-5 now, I think, over the stretch with Zach LaVine being out. And then keep in mind, came out today that Billy Donovan said he wouldn't be surprised if Zach LaVine returns to practice next week. So we'll see what that ends up bringing for the Chicago Bulls. But they get the dub today. Most important thing, we needed to see that dub, and I'm glad the Bulls got it, man. We won the game, and it is what it is. Let's go ahead and see how everybody feels about it, man. Let's go ahead and get to the comment section. Mark Dalla in the building says, first, glad to see you in the building, bro. Joe the Blacksmith in the building says P. Will's hard drive, stop on a dime, and 100 jumper was nasty. Hey, P. Will starting to flash a lot of the skills that we've wanted to see from Patrick Williams. The thing that Pat needs to do is just bring it all together consistently, right? And it's there for him. Like Patrick Williams is starting to understand his spots. He's starting to understand how to create separation to get to mid range. He's doing the start and stop thing in the mid range to get jumpers off. Really, all good things to see from Patrick Williams. He just needs to keep it up, and we know that Pat has that capability, right? We've seen it from Pat before, and if he does it and gets to doing that thing consistently, it's going to be the sky's the limit for Patrick Williams. The sky's always really been the limit for Patrick Williams. It's just he has to be confident, right? We've always talked about it. When it comes to Pat, it's about more the thing between his ears, not necessarily his skill. He's always had skill. He just has to be confident, right? And if he can do that, it's going to be a big night it's going to be a big career for Pat. Pat is going to be one of those players that always sticks around because of his brand of defense, stuff like that. But it is what it is. So love to see this game from Pat, man. And overall, the win overall. So let's see. Can you guys believe we were 5-14 at one point? That's crazy. That's just crazy that we've come this far now, man. And we still got a lot left to go. Second easy schedule in the NBA remaining. We got some work to do. Anthony Vargas says the Chicago Bulls got to win. Let's see on Tuesday night to see it again, Haize. I mean, let's hope they can do it again. We're not going to bet on that, right? Like the Bulls got to come in and perform, and that's really what everything comes down to, how this team performs and plays with heart. And there were still some opportunities, sometimes where the offense was really lax in this game, man. Lack of movement out the ball. Things like that, they got to get that together. Like, I hate seeing that since Vooch went down, it looks like that went away too. We got to get that in gear. We got to bring that consistently, man, and we'll end up seeing, man. We'll end up seeing what it's gonna bring. Mr. Noid says, I hope you don't have any. Never mind. I'm not going to go into that joke. What's up with Julian not getting any playing time? I mean, listen, I don't know, because he was getting some playing time before. And I think right now with the way things are going, that Billy Donovan just wants to go with sure things. I think he wants to eliminate it. I don't even think Billy Donovan really wants to be playing Dalen Terry right now, but he realizes he has to. And I guess since Dalen's been around longer, maybe he has a little bit more trust there. Shay says, I don't know if everybody else feels like this, but does it bother you guys that we're not blowing teams like this out, especially when they don't have their star players? I'm just saying, no, because we don't have our star players either. We're missing two extremely parts. Like, even if you want to say Zach or whatever, I know some people are saying the addition by subtraction. That's fine. But Nikola Vucevic is so important to how the Bulls offense is able to move around. I think we're seeing that more and more. And so with him being out, no, I'm not surprised. We got to stop acting like we're at full strength and we're facing teams that are missing their players, and then we're just struggling. Like, no, at the end of the day, like, this is still a team that, is still growing, still understanding what to do things to win. That's why DeMar is so important for it. So Cannon says, not the prettiest game, but a nice solid win. Hey, listen, a win is a win. And you're right. This wasn't a pretty win by any stretch, but I think it's wins like this that help build a team's character, right? When you're not. Now, you don't always want to win ugly, right? You don't always want to be that team that it's always ugly, but at the end of the day, you do want them to win, and they're going to have to go through the growing pains, and maybe this makes them more battle-tested for playoffs. Terry Silverhand says, Andre Drummond is a professional rebound getter. Facts. Like, Andre Drummond is one of the best rebounders in NBA history, period. Right? I don't say that he's the best, but he is definitely one of the best rebounders in NBA history. I love how every in the UC just gave a round of applause. Great win for the Bulls. Listen, and that's the thing. This is the type of game that Bulls fans are going to respect. Yeah, it was a little frustrating at times, letting teams go on stretches, not being able to put it away. Yeah, but the Bulls led throughout the whole game, and that's what matters. A lot of Bulls fans saying trades Zach for Siakam. Would love to see it, but can't happen, won't happen. If you think it's likely, you are delusional and need to lay off the crack pipes. That's just not a trade that's likely. It's not a trade that's likely. Now, here's what I'll say. I never say anything's completely out of the realm of possibility, except a few things, right? But let's say this. We know that the Toronto Raptors want to move on from Pascal Siakam. We know that Zach LaVine has requested a trade. The only way that I can see those two teams is if neither one finds a deal for either one of those players, and they say, hey, look, you take my piece, I take your piece. Show me yours, I'll show you mine, and let's see what we can get done. Right? That's That's literally how I lost my virginity. But at the same time, like that's what sometimes you have to do. Shout out to that young lady. But anyway, so yeah, you gotta do that sometimes when it comes down to it. And so maybe something like that happens, but then at that point, neither team's gonna give up a lot. You're just probably swapping those two players, and that's not really a trade that I would want to see. So another very good team performance by our Bulls. Completely agree with you there, bro. Completely agree with you. Taxon says, I love how everyone in the UC stood up. Oh, I already read this one. I already read that one. When Vooch comes back, Kobe needs a week break to heal that wrist. He deserves it. And Terry Taylor impressed me. I'm not going to lie. Oh, Terry Taylor gave the Bulls some really good minutes today. And I know that, everybody's like, Adama. Why isn't Adama playing? Adama. But Terry Taylor played really good. 6 rebounds, 6 assists, two assists. I'm sorry, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal from Terry Taylor today. And it was active. He was active on both sides of the ball. And so that's the thing that's going to probably keep him getting these minutes while Nikola Vucevic is out there. So Chicago 2390 says the Bulls. Absolutely. Quentin from Let's Talk Bulls, the Gigolo himself says beep beep, a Bulls win for the trip home. Let's go. Where are you coming from, bro? Where are you coming from? Blessed up Shay's in the building. Says win. I mean, yeah, definitely like to get the win. Hey, it's time to eat your words on Drummond. He's not one game anymore. He's giving minutes. What do you doesn't eat my words? What have I said? That keep it like it seems like the English language escapes people when they just want to have a I gotcha. I said that Andre Drummond's production it drastically drops off, right? The efficiency drops off. That's still true. Just like having a couple of games of that doesn't change the fact we had one game between that where you saw the efficiency drop. And even in the first half of this game, the efficiency drop. Nobody said he can't get numbers. You guys are so wrapped up in numbers that you don't understand simple words that are said to you. It's not eating any words. This is why Andre Drummond is not a starting level center day in and day out. He's going to have big performances. This is the type of game he should have feasted in with Paul Reed out there. So what are you talking about? Like Brian, I know your name's simple. You got to be able to understand simple English on top of that. If you're going to want to try to say somebody needs to eat their words, get your life together, bro. Chris Corvinio says, yo, Haize, I see a lot of people saying we beat a shorthanded team. We're shorthanded as well. 100 million riding on the bench. Facts. I said that to start the show. And I said that in a couple of episodes ago. It's like, this is what Bulls fans do. They'll say, oh, well, this wasn't really a good win. They were missing such and such. The Bulls still suck. Then when the Bulls are missing their players, it's, oh, well, it's next man up. The Bulls should have won. Every team has injuries. That's not an excuse to lose. Holy double standard, Batman. What are we talking about here, my guys? Like, Bulls fans are, and I've said this before, it gets to a point where people are so focused on being right, wanting to be right, that they miss the simple intricacies of what they're trying to talk about, and they sound like fucking idiots. Like, it happens too often. Y'all got to chill. Kobe needs to find a way to get open for more threes and start knocking them down consistently. Other teams are figuring him out. He needs to elevate his game a bit more. He did elevate his game. Just shooting more threes is an elevating game. The fact that Kobe White showed the ability to carve through the lane and get to the rim, that is upping his game. He's cold from shooting right now. It's going to happen. Whether it's the wrist or whatever it is, you're going to have games in that. What shows that you up your game is when that shot isn't falling and he was taking open 3-pointers. How do you adjust then and still find a way to be effective? And Kobe White did that today, my brother. He did that, man. K-Sai says, had to watch the Sixers broadcast tonight. They was crying about playing without Drum. Like, we ain't missing half our effing roster. Philly fans suck, beep, beep. That's funny. Haize, we got injuries, but the young players are getting heaps of minutes. That can only be a good thing moving forward. Absolutely. And you've seen a player like Dalen Terry kind of figure out more and more as he's playing more minutes for the Chicago Bulls. Has it been perfect? No. Has he still been making mistakes? Absolutely. Dalen Terry has been making mistakes. Is that shot still mad questionable? Yes. But you're seeing his understanding of the game grow, his pace of the game grow, him not being as uncontrolled out there. That's why you need to play young players minutes. Favorite part about this game was the Bulls didn't seem to get too rattled when things didn't go their way. Stuck with it and grind it out. Completely agree with you there. We've seen way too much from the Chicago Bulls at times where teams start going on runs, they start panicking. And then that's when they start getting frantic. That's when the turnovers start, even though they had shit ton of turnovers in this game. But yeah, definitely growing from that. Let's see what we got here. We got Real Star Scream says, I'm pissed the Knicks traded RJ Barrett to the Raptors. I wanted him for Levine. You weren't getting that. They offered him for, and that goes back to what I've always said. Like, the Bulls got to be kicking themselves in the ass. Last year, the New York Knicks at the trade deadline offered Isaiah Hardenstein, RJ Barrett, 2 unprotected first round picks, and a first round pick swap. Crazy, man. Crazy how the trade value stops, man. People need to stop this with Andre Drummond stuff. He's a great player, but if Embiid play, most likely he gets 5 or 6 fouls. Foul trouble is the issue, not his talent. Exactly. And you got to be able to pace yourself. And it's some of the bonehead mistakes that Andre Drummond makes as well. Joe says refs did not want to give the Bulls foul calls, got hacked and bodied like crazy. What was the foul call discrepancy in this game? Let's take a look at that. So, yeah, the 76ers had 22 foul calls, whereas the Chicago Bulls had 13. That's crazy. That's crazy. Samuel in the building says, hey, Haize, love your channel. Much love. What do you think about Kobe's cold shooting from 3? It happens. It happens. Every player goes through cold shooting stretches. Everyone has done it. Everybody has done it. So it just is what it is. How he comes out on the other side of this is going to be the most telling part. And hopefully that, and like I said, plus he has the wrist injury. I'm not blaming it all on the wrist injury, because apparently even during his amazing stretch, he had some wrist issues there. But hopefully he comes back and he's even better once that shot does start falling for him again. Levian says, anybody see Kobe White holding his wrist a lot of the game? Hey, I wouldn't be surprised, but he knows the Bulls need him out there, man. So, Haize, now that we've seen Philly twice recently and again on Tuesday, in case we trade Zach to Philly, what would you want from their roster? Oh, God, man. We know they're not willing to give up Maxey. Honestly, bro, there's not a lot from Philly's roster I would want. I'm just going to be 100% honest with you. And that's why I always thought, like, don't get me wrong. They got the 3 picks that they can trade, that they got in the James Harden trade. They could trade those. But as far as like a player, I mean, maybe a Paul Reed, but even then, I like Adama Sanogo. I think he can be a similar player to Paul Reed long term. KJ Martin, maybe. Like, there's really nothing. I know Tobias Harris has been talked about too. Like, there's really nothing from on the 76ers that I want that they'd be willing to give up. Of course, I love Maxey, but they're not looking to give up Maxey. So I don't see it happening, man. I don't see it happening. It's going to be hard to see Zach go, but we're just playing much better without him. Honestly, I can't really judge the team until we're full strength, especially when Zoe gets back. Listen, you're not going to be at full strength when Zoe gets back. Zoe is going to, I said this before, even if Zoe does come back next season, you're going to get a fraction of what Zoe was, and you're only going to see him in very limited games and very limited minutes. At this point, Lonzo Ball is far away from being an impact player for the Chicago Bulls, even if he does come back next season. So you got to lay off that one a little bit, bro. Vooch team is better offensively, but Drummond, we play better defense. Billy needs to find a way to play both better, maybe give a 20-minute per game to Vooch the rest of the year. That's actually not true. The Chicago Bulls are actually better net rating and everything defensively with Nikola Vucevic on the court. Vooch, see, the thing with Drum is that Drum, and this is the thing I don't like ever talking about because I love Drum. But the thing with Drum is that while he does a lot of the eye-popping things, the things that you're going to be like, oh, yeah, let's get it riled up, it's not as efficient. The Bulls are a better defensive team with Vooch on the floor. They always have been. It's just true. So, but, at the end of the day, Drum still can have a huge impact, especially when he's playing well. Hoping by the end of next week, both Levine and Vooch are back with the team and keeps up the momentum. I mean, listen. We'll see. We'll see. Plot twist. Toronto goes from stacking their teams with 4s to loading up with shooting guards. That would be actually hilarious. That would be pretty damn funny. Dalen Terry, a future ball hawk, see red. Hey, that's not bad at all. What's up, Haize? Glad to see you, man. Glad to see you, Eads, man. Glad to have you in the building. I haven't seen you for a while, bro. I know the Bulls win is awesome, but I'm also happy Detroit Pistons won today. Why are you happy for the Detroit Pistons? Fuck the Detroit Pistons. Come from work, lol. I closed at work tonight. Got an hour trip and to make this video tonight. Hey, bro, I already know. I had to make a Matt Eberflus video between the Bulls wins. So Bulls need to re-sign Drummond after the season. If and when Lonzo Ball comes back, he's the piece we haven't had since Gafford got traded. What does Lonzo have to do with that? I just don't get the point you're trying to make, bro. Don't get the point you're trying to make. Christian says, what's your thoughts on Javon Carter? Benny might be shooting better than him this year from half court. Javon Carter has disappointed me. You guys know I really like the signing of Javon Carter. I thought he may be the starting point guard. I thought the defense, the 3-point shooting, nothing that Javon Carter theoretically brought on paper, he has brought to this team. The defense has been mid at best. That's given him some. The 3-point shooting, he's had maybe 3 good games of shooting for the Chicago Bulls. That's why I really do think that if the Bulls need to free up a roster spot and maybe send out a little bit more salary to get some more pieces back, Javon Carter may be traded with Zach LaVine. And keep in mind, most of the deals that we've heard for Zach LaVine, the Bulls would be getting a guard back as well. So maybe that's the thing. I don't know, man. Juan Miller in the building says, it's games like this that make me happy we won, but gets me upset that we didn't win against the Cavs. I mean, listen, you win some, you lose some, bro. That Cavs loss is always going to suck. It's always going to suck. I hate that we didn't win that game, man. Let's see. Run Terry is playing a solid defense. When he is playing, the shooting will fall. I mean, the shot needs work, and that's what we have a player development staff for, right? This season is the season where it's good to see Dalen getting minutes and understanding that the game is slowing down to him and stuff like that. It'll come. The other things will come. I really do think they do. We knew that he was raw when the Bulls drafted him. Shay, respectfully, I don't think of it that way. We won 10 out of 15 games without our best players. That's a huge testament how this team is playing, and for that, I'm really proud of them. I must have missed what Shay said. Yeah, I must have missed it. I ain't going to go back and look for it. So I haven't seen the one-hand pump shot that Pat Will had since Dr. J. That was impressive. I think DeMar's made shots like that a couple of times. What's good, Haize? Just checking in. Good W, blessing. Shout out to Cornelius. Leave a voicemail tonight, Corn. I need one for the voicemail bag tomorrow. We got anybody. This is not Corn. Anybody leave something for the voicemail bag. It's Seaway's World says, y'all still hoping for a Zach LaVine comeback? Scaring me. Like, please let it go, I beg. They won't, sis. They won't. GFP says the Pistons losing streak was so bad nobody even noticed. Charlotte lost 10 in a row. That's crazy. I think we kind of expect that with Charlotte. Old Man Breezes says, Haize, you literally are the best Bulls content out there. Well, thank you, bro. Like that means the world to me, right? And like I said before, when I got into this, I hesitated starting this podcast for 2-3 years because I just thought nobody would want to listen. Like, I don't have any sources. I'm just a guy who loves the Bulls. And I'm glad that I started this, and I'm glad that like people really respect it and enjoy it. And like I said, like, it's a labor of love. Like, almost 1,000 straight days. We are quickly approaching 1,000 straight days. We're like 64 days away now from being at 1,000 straight days, man. And once we get there, man, it's gonna be crazy. So love it. Watt Slice says, I'm glad Io doesn't have that lost look anymore. Hey, that's crazy. That's wild. Sam from Maryland in the building says Drummond couldn't possibly average 30 and 20 because he would miss damn near every free throw he gets. That's funny. That's hilarious. I want fans to be honest about what they want. Dunks or threes, blocks and steals. Nothing else really matters to some of us, Haize. Playing good defense and hockey assists mean nothing anymore. That's crazy. Kenny says, I was all excited for Locked On tonight until I realized it was Saturday. Well, I'm here to happy to tell you that there will be Locked On Bulls today because we missed Monday's episode, so we have an episode to make up. So, no, there will be Locked On Bulls after this. So, facts, you definitely are the best Bulls content creator along with the GOAT of live streams. I don't know about all that, man. I listen, I appreciate these. You guys love me, man. That's all I know. That's all I know. What is this? Somebody, okay, who's being funny out there? Somebody just made a Twitter and followed me from the Twitter stripper booty. Like I know you, JDH, they own you, bro. They even got now a mock Twitter for JDH. That's crazy. That's wild. I'm glad Io can close his mouth when he breathes. This y'all gotta let Io go. That's crazy. That's wild. Why do teams hack Drummond? I don't understand the reason for that. Because he's not good at free throws. I'm sorry, but them cognac boys, Steve on Big Cav, are pretty dope content creators. Oh, facts. Facts. Like, come on, you know that's my fam. Pat's dope. Jamal over at Bull Central. Gotta give it up to Quentin to Let's Talk Bulls. Actually, I found a new channel as well, the ATS Report. You guys may want to check them out, man. Really, really good content creator over there at the ATS Report. Really good. Check him out as well. So yeah, I give much love to a lot of other Chicago Bulls content creators. Mark K, no, fuck him. But the other ones, CHGO Bulls, you guys know, though, Matt and Dave are my guys over there. Really love what they do. I've even come around recently to Bulls on Tap. You guys know I used to not be the biggest fan of Bulls on Tap, but I really have liked their shows this year so far. So there you guys go. That's what I think of the Pistons. Remove the tons and the ends. Wow, that's Pistons. That is funny. That's hilarious. The stripper booty pie. That's crazy. That is wild. That's wild. How come we haven't seen Drummond and Vooch this season? That we what do you so you just exposed that you don't actually watch Chicago Bulls games. We actually saw that line that we saw a little bit of it 2 games in a row, and it was bad both times. So what do you actually watch the Bulls? Like do you actually watch the Bulls? I'm just wondering now at this point, because once you said that, it's like, what are we doing here? If my family's life was on the line and I had to rely on Drummond hitting both free throws, I would do the job myself because there's no chance. That's crazy. I'm surprised that I haven't heard about you sooner, Haize. But so far, your content is really good. Is anyone doing something like this for the Whites? Yeah, actually. So, welcome to Chicago Bulls Central, which is part of the Chi-Town Sports Central family, which we actually have. I host Chicago Bulls Central and Chicago Bears Central and Chicago Sky Central, but we also have Chicago White Sox and Chicago Cubs Central, hosted by Big Kev. We also have Chicago Blackhawks Central, hosted by Skokes and Joe over there. Joe's taking a break. He's having surgery. So yes, if you actually type in the name of the team and Central afterwards, or just go, if you go on my tab that says channels, you'll find all the channels there. We have channels for every Chicago sports team except the Chicago Fire. We're still looking to try to add that, but there you go on that. So there you go. Let's see what else we got. Big Diesel said, "Hey, another good Bulls channels, Bulls, Chicago Bulls chat sport." I don't like that channel. I'm not gonna hate. I'm glad that he's having success, and it may be for somebody. I'm not somebody that just because I don't like people's content that I shit on them. Because somebody else could love their content, and if you do, hats off to you. To me, all the chat now channels are they lack energy, they lack personality, and me personally, because for chat for me. For Chat Sports, Chat Now, whatever the name of the company is, it feels like they cookie cut all of their hosts. Everybody basically sounds the same, almost looks the same, has the same delivery. I don't like that shit. I like the personalities, and to me, Chat Now just doesn't have personality. So I for those that like it, please go check the channel out. Go support the channel. They post regularly. It's just not for me. I don't really like their content. So again, I'm not crapping on them at all. I want them to be as successful as they can be, right? No hate on that. It's just not for me. And I feel like that's fair to say. So there you go on that one. Like I said before, I love this channel. I was late coming on here, but this channel made my summer. And when I wake up from my third shift to see content, well, I appreciate that, bro. Tay Hollins in the building says, "Haize, with the way DeMar is playing, can you see him in the Bulls coming to terms on a contract?" I don't think it's about his play. Like, I think the Bulls understood what DeMar can play like. I think it just comes down to that they just can't agree on what the contract should be. And I don't know if DeMar's play makes them want to pay him more per se. So I don't think that it really changes much. I would love to be wrong, but I just don't think it does. Like I said before, I love this show. Oh, I already read that one. We saw Drummond and Vooch, and it was fresh off the stage strip. Wow. And JDH would have licked it. He would have licked it. He would have licked it. EG3TV says, appreciate you, Haize. Shout out to Jolette. Who's Jolette? Sometimes I think people just trying to bait Haize into a hilarious rant with the Vooch Drummond thing. Probably. Certification, Poppy says, drop the new leak to NBA Central since the last stream on that channel. There you go. Appreciate that. No, hey, say that shit with confidence. Chicago Bulls Chat Sports is dog shit. Chicago Bulls Central is the one and only Bulls channel to watch. I'm not going to, because I think there are other, and I don't, and the thing is, I'm not territorial about this at all. I was actually having a conversation with this the other day. Like, there's no need to be territorial in this creative thing. Like, people don't only listen to one podcast or only watch one YouTube channel. And if people like the Chicago Bulls by Chat Now, cool, go and like them, go and support them, show out for them. It's just their content isn't for me. The whole Chat Now movement, like all this for all of those. That's for Bears Now, all that shit. It's not for me. Their personalities just they don't grip it for me, and because of it, it's just like, hey, I'm good. This slam dunk, oh, definitely the slam dunking. You cannot, especially if you like the higher level, like breakdowns, things like that. Dunking is amazing, man. Let's see. Big Diesel says, I'm telling you, you really should give Chicago Bears Chat Sports. Oh, I've watched it, and it's good. Especially once I found out that Harrison isn't actually a Bears fan. He just does it because he gets paid to. I'm good on it. Like I don't like Bears Now at all. Like I don't like it at all. Harrison, I can't get it. I can't get behind it. I can't. So I say we dare DeMar to go find a more lucrative deal in free agency. What teams would you really spend the cash? That's a great. I mean, but the thing is, then you risk that he just goes to maybe a more winning situation, and then it becomes not just about the money. So we'll see with that one. OG slopping biscuits. Okay. What's up, y'all? Hope everybody and they mama's mama good. That's a crazy intro. That's why I never liked any local announcers that aren't Stacey and Adam. The rest of them are dry as fuck, no personality or charisma whatsoever. That's crazy. Haize, it's the city of Joliet Wares. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know if that was a person, my guy. What's up, Haize? Love the channel from Japan. Hey, shout out to you, brother. Haize building a network, makes daily videos, a family man, all types of busy. He's not trying to check out every channel. LOL, the man is busy, y'all. I mean, no, I check out a lot. I really do try to check out a lot. I give everybody. So anytime a new Bulls channel pops up that catches my radar, because some I catch late. My thing is I give everybody 5 episodes. 5 episodes. I give you 5 episodes. And if in those 5 episodes I walk away thinking, I'm good. That's the end of it for me. So I give everybody 5 episodes. I don't like, the thing that this is the thing with Chat Now, the thing that that was the final straw for me is that it was one time that chat, it was like the Stillers, whatever their Stillers channel is, they said something on their live, and then Harrison was like, oh, well, we got a hot rumor here. This one's coming from the Pittsburgh Steelers now, or whatever it is. And I was like, you guys are creating your own stories, and then the other channels are reporting on them? Nah, man. The integrity, I can't get behind the integrity of that. Can't get behind it, bro. But Haize, have you seen the Chicago Bulls Central Channel? Dude is killing it out there. That's funny. I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. That's what she said. What? Drummond led to y'all better quit playing. No, newbie. Like, first of all, you can't be looking as zesty as you do in your Avi profile and not be able to comprehend simplicities of life, bro. Like, come on, man. Like it's crazy how zesty you look. Like you literally look like a goddamn Italian dressing bottle, bro. But you can't understand simple shit. It's wild to me, bro. Every comment you leave, it kills brain cells of 3 Dominican children. And I just need to know why. Why don't you love the children? Why do you want to keep killing brain cells of children? I don't understand it, bro. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, bro. I don't understand it. Happy New Year's, Bulls fans. Stay safe out there. Get in Uber, find a DD, and see bread. DD, I mean, listen, find them titties. I don't know what to tell y'all. Dude got a weave. Hey, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like a fully grown ass man with a sew-in in. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Like you go to a barber and a beauty salon all in one day. Like that's crazy. Have you ever watched Aiden Bull? Oh, absolutely, bro. Like I know you had to see the thing. Like I hope Aiden. Well, I don't. This isn't to boost myself, but when Aiden was having this problem, when he was worried his YouTube channel got pulled down, I reached out to one of my YouTube connects. We got him taken care of. Aiden since he was the Bulls show. I'm always going to support Aiden, bro. Aiden is one of my favorite, man. Are you going to do another G League recap? Yes, I got you tomorrow. Got you tomorrow. Corey Barnes says, why can't we all just get off the start Drummond bus and can accept that he's a hell of a bench center? Has to be top 7 centers coming off the bench. He may be the best center in the bench center in the league. Haize, nothing but love for you and Pat the designer for real. Happy New Year to you both. Thank you, EG3 TV. I appreciate you, brother. Io and Carter need to step up offensively. Listen, Io's done it in spurts, right? It's not like he's a scorer per se, but Javon Carter, I'm almost ready to just give it up on Javon Carter. I'm just ready to give it up, bro. Like it's I don't see it. I don't see it, man. Do you think the Bulls will re-sign Drummond after the season? I hope so. I think when you hear things like him loving the city of Chicago, how much he loves playing for the Chicago Bulls. Hopefully, the thing is that the Bulls aren't going to have a whole lot of money to offer, so we'll see what happens with that. Too bad inside the Chicago Bulls. Why too bad? Inside the Chicago Bulls is trash. Has always been trash. He's always going to be trash. He doesn't even actually watch games. So why do we like? And first of all, what happened? I don't know that they blamed me for his channel getting taken down or him leaving. But what happened with Inside the Chicago Bulls? Somebody informed me on why he got canceled. But his content was trash, absolute trash. Got to agree on the Carter take. I was feeling the same way with Craig, but he slowly came through. I think Torrey Craig was always playing good defensively. Then the offense started coming through. Let's see what else we got. Bro, probably what happened? What happened? So what happened with you were being sarcastic. I was just about to say, like, what happened with Inside the Chicago Bulls is fucking trash, bro. Like he's always been fucking trash. Has Kobe been clutching at that wrist a lot in this game? Boy, been playing through some pain, or he had a fun night. I don't know what to tell you. Like you gotta never mind. You gotta give it to Spider-Man. But yeah, you just never know what happened with that. Donovan needs to find a way to integrate LaVine and Vooch into a whole new team concept. That's not that simple. What do you think of them bringing marketing back? I'm good on that. Please no. Inside the Chicago Bulls, the most dry Bulls content creator I've ever seen. His ass didn't watch the game. Yeah, like it was that one time where he was like, "All right, guys, the Chicago Bulls are trading. Well, guys, I don't understand why the Chicago Bulls didn't put in guys. This is crazy, guys. You guys are gonna love this when you hear it. But I don't understand why they didn't put in who was it? Damn it, who was it? I don't understand. The Chicago Bulls just had Alize Johnson sitting on the bench. Alize Johnson had been gone for 2 weeks. So when Inside the Chicago Bulls literally said, I don't know why they're not playing Alize Johnson, said this motherfucker doesn't watch games. He doesn't watch games. You got to get him out of here, bro. You got to get him out of here, man. Got to get him out of here. Patrick need to stop missing so many dunks. That's an extra 6 points to his bottom line. I mean, listen, it is what it like. I'm glad to see him finish the dunk with his left hand today, though. Like he dunked with his left hand. It's like he heard Pat the designer say he can't finish with his left hand. But listen, I like the way Pat's playing, man. He's killing it, and that's the most important thing. Uh, Haize, would you like a Zach for DeJounte Murray trade? The thing, okay, here's my problem with that is that we've now seen DeJounte Murray next to another high scoring guard. And I would worry that would DeJounte and Kobe White work together in a backcourt, right? I really like DeJounte as a player. I don't know if he would work. I don't know if he would work. Let's Talk Bulls says, I watched the Inside the Chicago Bulls video and YouTube recommended Haize. Thank you, YouTube, for pulling me out of hell. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Aeon says, if I feel if we are going to trade Levine, we go for 3-point shooter because the Kobe being on the shooting slump sometimes. I mean, at the end of it, I don't think they target anything. I think the Bulls are going to target getting the most talent they can back. I think that is the first and foremost thing is getting the most talent you can back and letting everything else work itself out. What is happening with my computer screen right now? And there goes Restream fucking up at life. Yep. Restream just fucked up. I really hate Restream sometimes. We're going to get Kyle Kuzma and Poole Benton, bro. Every time you make a prediction, it be dumb. Like, I love you, bro. I love you. And you're a big supporter of the channel, but you got to stop saying dumb shit, my guy. Like, we're like real talk. You got to stop saying dumb shit. Is our Portland pick turning into a second or do we lose it? Does it have any value at all? So we have the Portland pick up until 2028. At that point, I think it converts to 2 seconds. So we still got a little while to go there. Just want Zach gone. I will take a bag of chimps and dry hand job from a homeless person just to get him gone, please. That says more about you. A dry hand job from a homeless person. So you want tetanus of the dick? That's crazy, bro. That's wild. That's why. Just chop your dick off if that's the case, my guy. That's crazy. Haize, will you do a video on the chance Zach comes back and we start losing? What would happen? I've done videos on that, my brother. I already done them, man. Every possible scenario for Zach LaVine, I got a video out there already on it, bro. I was the guy that said bring back Dwight Howard last year. I guess that's how I rolled on this channel. That's crazy. That's wild. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, I'm just gonna leave that alone. I had a joke. I'm gonna leave it alone. Murray would be a nice fit. He plays well off the ball, great in transition, great defender. He makes up for what LaVine lacks besides scoring. ATL can't guard a park car with Trae Young and LaVine, though. Man, hey, that would be they would need Joakim Noah and Clint Capella out there as well as Shaq to just block shots because that's a turnstile if I've ever seen one. That's crazy. Brandon L. Jet says, people seriously need to watch the videos and not just the live streams. I'll be interested to see how many people just watch the live streams because you're missing out on so much great content by only watching the live streams. But all right, guys, we're going to get ready to wrap it up. I got to go do Locked On Bulls, man. I love you guys. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button as we're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers by the end of the season. We just passed 16,600 subscribers today. So we are 3,400 subscribers away from our goal. That's a lofty goal, man. We're gaining a rate of about 800 subscribers per month. So, hey, listen, we need to be above that until from now until the end of the season for us to get there. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Double check that you're subscribed. A lot of people think they're subscribed because I always pop up in the algo. Make sure you're subscribed. But otherwise, make sure you guys are following the show at Bull Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail, number to do so, 773-270-2799. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related, thanks to you guys. And like I like to end every episode on, go Bulls. Love you guys. See red if you can, y'all. Peace. And now we get to play the winning outro, y'all. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Breaks Media.
I see bread,